Now, with coverage you can count on, this is your WNEM-TV5 First Warn 5 forecast.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Wednesday to you. Middle of the work week. It's all downhill from here, but weather-wise, we do still have some upward climbing to do in our temperature department anyway. Things are going to be getting much warmer as we head into our Thursday before we gradually cool it back off as we head into the weekend. And enjoy this dry weather while it's here, too, because the rain not too far off in the too far distant future, as we'll show you coming up in the full forecast. Here's looking at things outside right now on your First Warn 5 pinpoint Doppler radar in 3D at MBS tonight, and you can see rain-free radar tonight. No appreciable wet weather to be seen. We certainly had the drizzly areas out there this morning. Actually did get a little bit on the heavier side in some locations, but once the clouds kind of pushed their way off to the north and started to break up, that obviously knocked that right out of the picture. So you could see no real organized wet weather to speak of, not only across the northern areas, but down through the Tri-Cities to Flint, also looking good. Out into the thumb as well tonight, things looking like a spectacular evening taking shape as those clouds will continue to break up and we'll sneak in a pretty good amount of sunshine before sunset coming up in about another 2 hours or so. Looking at things outside tonight, let's get a look at some of those blue skies that have taken shape back across the region. You can see over the downtown Saginaw area, bright sunshine holding its firm grip on the region right now. Current temperature nice and warm, 68 degrees, a noticeable difference certainly when you compare that to where we were yesterday. The barometer starting to fall. We'll show you why coming up in just a minute though, but doesn't spell any inclement weather, at least in the very near future. Next stop in Bay City. Looks like a spectacular evening there. A little bit of color on the trees there too. A little bit of that fall foliage beginning to start that turn and those bright colors popping out. Current temperature there, 68 degrees. And in Flint tonight along I-75. Also very nice. Looks like a little bit more in the way of some clouds there for the time being. But more importantly, dry roads and a smooth commute. Temperature there, 69 degrees. Let's look at some of those temperatures elsewhere around the region. Pretty nice when you compare them to yesterday. 62 in Port Hope, a little cooler off to the north, 60 in Oscoda right now, and 62 for you in Houghton Lake, and then some middle 60s as you head down toward areas like Mount Pleasant and Alma, both at 64, 66 for you in Owasso. And I always love showing you this map because especially this time of the year, it's amazing how much difference just one day can make. Remember, we looked at this yesterday. We were as much as 20 to 30 degrees colder on this map in a lot of locations. Now we're as much as 15 degrees warmer, like Caro at 15 warmer than yesterday, 14 warmer in the Tri-Cities, 9 warmer in Houghton Lake, so a much nicer day taking shape. And this milder area you see off to the west in portions of the northern plains kind of running up and along a cold front boundary, that's all going to be swinging up into the area in the next 24 hours, really, because of the southwesterly breezes that are developing ahead of this advancing cold frontal system. Now, yes, it will come with the catch, of course, of some scattered shower and thunderstorm activity, but it looks like the bulk of that will probably hold off at least until sometime later tomorrow afternoon and into tomorrow evening. And we'll show you that here on your First Warn 5 hour-by-hour forecast. Starting off at 8 o'clock tonight, beautiful evening taking shape, partly to mostly clear skies, at least for a little while. Then a little bit of an uptick in the cloud coverage as we head toward early morning tomorrow. We'll watch out for a little bit of patchy fog first thing in the morning tomorrow as well. That will burn off, but it will be replaced by a mostly cloudy sky. And then there will be the chance, especially to the north, at least into tomorrow afternoon, of a few scattered showers. But as you saw, the bulk of that moisture doesn't come in until sometime around Friday. The first part of Friday morning. You can see we have a pretty sharp line of showers, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder, and that's going to take its time getting through the region on Friday, so some occasional rain, maybe some thunderstorms, not out of the question, but we'll at least get one more night to enjoy before any of that gets here. So for tonight, we're down to about 52 degrees, mostly cloudy sky with those areas of fog, and coming up at 6 o'clock, we'll take a look at what is ultimately going to be a pretty sharp cool down again for the weekend. And a little bit of an unsettled stretch of weather to go along with that. We'll give you all the details on that in the full 7-day forecast.
Oh, that kind of sounds a little...
You know, it's just those usual fall up
yeah,
and bumpy, you know?
Right.
Bumpy ride.
Warm one day, chilly
Yeah.
and rainy the next.
All right, thanks, Brian.